He just sat there, and I want to be fair. This was a smart candidate. In fact, he was really smart. But when I gave him the problem, he genuinely did not know where to begin. For more than an year, every problem he had worked on came with instructions. Step 1, Step 2, run this cell, submit your answer. That is what he had been trained to do all along. No one had ever handed him a real problem and then simply stepped back. That's when something clicked for me. His certificates were not fake, they were not misleading either. They proved exactly what they were meant to prove, that he had completed the training. But they could not answer the one question I actually cared about. Did he understand what he was doing? No certificate can tell you that. And suddenly, those 7 rejections started to make sense. So instead of talking about that gap, let me show you what it actually looks like. Think of it. I'm going to say this: build a machine learning model to predict customer churn. That's it. No data set, no notebook, no hints, no checklist, just the problem. What do you do first? A lot of people think they would struggle because they don't know enough machine learning. That's usually not the problem. In my experience of having worked with professionals and students for more than a decade, the real problem is they have never had to choose what the first question should be. Do I understand what the business means by churn? Do I know when they want to predict it? Do I know what decision this prediction is supposed to help someone make? Those aren't the machine learning questions, they are thinking questions. So let me show you how I would actually approach this. Not the polished version. I'll keep it very real, and I'm going to talk you through the real version. The conversation I would have with the client, the first thing I would ask has nothing to do with the models. Yes, you heard it right. The first thing that I would ask the client has nothing to do with the models. What exactly do you mean by churn? That's what I'm going to ask. If this is a telecom company, is churn someone who ports their number to another provider? Or is it someone who stopped using the SIM 6 months ago but never officially disconnected it? Because if the business and I mean different things by the same word churn, I can build an incredibly accurate model that answers the wrong question. The next thing I would ask is by when? What I mean is, are we trying to predict who leaves next week, next month, or sometime this year? Those are completely different problems, different data, different decisions, different value to the business. And only then do I start thinking about data. Not, can you send me the data set? I'll not ask yet, can you send me the data set? Please take note. Instead, I would ask, what did we know about this customer before they decided to leave? Because anything recorded after that point isn't helping me predict the future, it is just explaining the past. Think about what just happened. We have spent several minutes talking about a machine learning project, and we haven't discussed a single algorithm yet. That's not because algorithms don't matter. Do not get me wrong. Algorithms do matter. But long before you're choosing between models, you have to make sure you're solving the right problem, isn't it? That's where good projects are actually won. And that's where so many interviews are decided quietly, if you like. Information teaches you what to do, understanding teaches you what to do when nobody tells you. That is the difference I've been trying to teach for the last decade. Now, how to follow steps, how to even think when there aren't any steps. That young man did not need another certificate. He needed someone to hand him a problem, step back, and help him become comfortable with that pause or silence. That's what this channel is about. So, if I've ever finished a course, sat in an interview, looked at a blank page or a blank canvas, and wondered, where do I even begin? You are in the right place because that's exactly what we are going to learn together. This is Intuvon, and I am Manjunath. Please subscribe and stay tuned for real world learning in a systematic and structured manner from the first principles approach, understanding first approach. See you in the next video. Happy learning.